Why birth rates are plummeting, uncovering the surprising reasons behind the decline. The underlying causes of declining birth rates. The world is witnessing a significant decline in birth rates, raising alarms about a future where the elderly outnumber the working-age population. This demographic shift poses serious challenges for societies, particularly in terms of economic sustainability and social support systems. For instance, in the United States, the fertility rate, the average number of children a woman is expected to have in her lifetime, is projected to drop to 1.6 births per woman over the next 30 years, as per the latest forecast from the Congressional Budget Office. This figure is alarmingly below the replacement level of 2.1 births per woman, which is necessary to maintain a stable population without relying on immigration. While financial difficulties are frequently cited as a primary reason for the decline in birth rates, emerging research suggests that cultural shifts are also playing a crucial role. Newsweek has compiled a comprehensive overview of the factors contributing to this trend, which many governments are now striving to address. Financial concerns. The aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis has had a lasting impact on people's decisions regarding family planning. The crisis affected housing markets, inflation rates, and wages, leading many to postpone having children, reduce the number of children they desire, or forgo parenthood altogether. A recent survey conducted by the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, revealed that 39% of 14,000 respondents across 14 countries indicated that financial constraints hindered them from achieving their ideal family size. The report highlights that young individuals are increasingly anxious about their futures, with many fearing they will face worse circumstances than their parents did. Concerns about climate change, economic instability, and escalating global conflicts are influencing their family planning choices. In response to these challenges, the administration of former U.S. President Donald Trump explored initiatives such as a proposed baby bonus of $5,000 for new parents, as reported by the New York Times. Additionally, legislation like the Bipartisan Supporting Healthy Moms and Babies Act aims to make childbirth free for families with private insurance by designating maternity care as an essential health benefit under the Affordable Care Act. Family policies. Discussions surrounding childcare and parental leave policies are just as prevalent as those about financial issues, and these two aspects are often interconnected. Countries that have managed to maintain or even slightly increase their birth rates, such as France and the Nordic nations, have done so by investing in affordable childcare, paid parental leave, gender equality in the workplace, and housing support. Poonam Mutreja, the executive director of the Population Foundation of India, emphasizes that these measures create a supportive environment where individuals feel secure in their decision to have children. She asserts, fertility choices are influenced by long-term confidence rather than one-time financial incentives. Fyodor Kosko, a research fellow at the Oxford Institute of Population Aging, echoes this sentiment, stating that effectively addressing declining birth rates necessitates comprehensive support systems, including affordable childcare, paid parental leave, accessible healthcare, and economic stability. Gender inequality. Another critical factor linked to declining birth rates is gender inequality, a point frequently highlighted by Mutreja. In discussing the situation in India, where the fertility rate stands at 1.9, according to World Bank data, she identifies gender inequality as a significant hurdle. No nation has achieved economic advancement without substantial contributions from women in the workforce, she previously noted. The burden of caregiving, whether for children or elderly relatives, often falls disproportionately on women, necessitating policies that enable them to balance work and caregiving responsibilities effectively. Tomasz Sobotka, Deputy Director of the Vienna Institute of Demography. points out that research indicates higher fertility rates in regions with greater gender equality and institutional support that alleviates the costs and complexities of raising children. He cites France and Sweden as examples, where, despite recent declines in fertility rates, 1.66 and 1.45 respectively, they remain above the European Union average of 1.38. This is largely attributed to generous family policies that include affordable childcare, well-compensated parental leave, and substantial financial benefits for families. Cultural shifts, a more elusive yet significant contributor to declining birth rates, is the transformation of cultural values. A recent study by researchers affiliated with the National Bureau of Economic Research, NBER, found that short-term fluctuations in income or prices do not account for the widespread decline in fertility rates. Instead, there has been a fundamental shift in adult priorities, with parenthood taking a backseat. Economists Melissa Schettini-Kearney and Philip B. Levine discovered that people are increasingly valuing personal fulfillment and career satisfaction over traditional family roles. In high-income countries, the majority of women are now part of the workforce, which contrasts with the past when having children was often seen as a primary goal for women. However, the researchers clarify that this shift is not merely about whether women work after marriage or childbirth. It is more about the conflict between pursuing a lifelong career and the interruptions that motherhood can bring to that trajectory. They also noted a general change in preferences, with surveys indicating that more individuals prioritize enjoyable careers and strong friendships over having children. Moreover, parenting expectations have evolved, becoming more resource-intensive and time-consuming than in previous generations. Factors such as declining marriage rates, access to effective contraception, and evolving abortion policies also play a role in this trend. For instance, Norway, recognized for its exemplary parental leave and childcare policies, offers parents 12 months of shared paid leave for childbirth, with an additional year available afterward. Despite these supportive measures, Norway's fertility rate has plummeted from 1.98 in 2009 to 1.44 in 2024, with 2023 marking the lowest recorded rate at 1.40. Experts attribute this decline to cultural changes, including lower rates of couple formation among young adults, an increase in solo living arrangements, and the challenges of modern parenting. What is the solution? Kearney and Levine conclude that there are no straightforward solutions to this complex issue. They assert there is no single policy that can reliably increase fertility rates. Their primary recommendation is to broaden the discussion surrounding fertility. They emphasize the need for further research to understand the underlying factors influencing birth rates. While policies such as parental leave, childcare subsidies, and baby bonuses are easier to implement and could potentially have a rapid impact on fertility, they caution that altering the social conditions that foster family formation is a more challenging and time-consuming endeavor. What do you think? Are financial incentives enough to encourage families to grow, or do we need a more profound cultural shift? Share your thoughts in the comments below.